Good morning. Well, good morning. Welcome back to Brandon Farm. Got my coffee. Sun is a beaming. And I go down here. I'll let the chickens out. It's 4th of July weekend. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend and have good plans with your family and all of that. Stay safe. Good morning, girls. Settled in the garden, got my coffee. It's way too hot, can't drink it yet. Today is my mom's birthday. So happy birthday, Mom. I love you. I hope you have a wonderful day. We're going out to dinner tonight for her birthday with the family, and that should be really fun. And basically we've got a family jam-packed weekend. Last night we went and saw fireworks at the church. Spent some time with my family, had dinner over there. Today we've got dinner out for my mom's birthday, and then tomorrow I think it's just going to be a chill day, and then Monday, the actual 4th of July, we are going to my grandmother's house and gonna spend some time with them. Today I think in the garden I want to spend some time down here and just evaluate what's not looking great and what I can go ahead and pull out. I do need to fill up the bird feeders today. I know that's kind of like a controversial thing. In my garden, I invite it all, right? Except for maybe the deer, because I do have a fence around it. But I have a bird bath. I have 2 bird feeders. I have 3 bird houses. I invite the birds. It's okay. There's enough stuff where if they get some of it, they're not going to get all of it. There's still going to be plenty for my family, and I'm okay with that. I think it's pretty. I think it's just a part of nature, right? So I put the bird feeders and I hung them over the chicken tunnels to where when the birds get on there and say they like start pecking at it and then bird seed starts falling, they fall into the tunnel. So it's like dual purpose, right? So my chickens will get whatever falls into the chicken tunnels, and I think that's cool. I started the sunflowers. They are looking okay. I actually up potted them and I have them sitting in like a tray of water because I'm going to water them from the bottom instead of watering them from the top. What I noticed very quickly is the soil that I had prepped for my big like soil bucket is no good. So my plan is to research how I can make that better, what I can add to it. Right now it's not great. When you pick it up, it doesn't clump together and it just kind of like falls apart, and that's not good. I need it to be somewhat moisture controlled and loose, but not too loose, if that makes sense. Like when you water it, I need it to be able to stay together, and it just doesn't. When you water it, the water sits like kind of on top. It'll run a little bit, but then if you scrape that top surface off, it's still dry underneath, and that's not good. If you can tell, but my tomato plants are looking rather rough these days. You can see the inside where they're just completely brown, dry, and shriveled. Oh, a grasshopper on there. Maybe it just got too hot for them, but they're looking terrible. So I've been going through with my pruners and just kind of cleaning it up, pulling out some of the ones that don't have any fruit on them, and then snipping off like the dead stuff that I can get to. I'm pretty frustrated with them, and I don't know how much longer they're going to be in my garden. I might just clear out this entire bed and get it prepped and ready for the fall. Speaking of fall, I ordered all of my seeds. And by all, I don't mean like all, because I'm probably going to order more. But I ordered seeds from Botanical Interests, and then I ordered seeds from the San Diego Seed Company. I found them on Instagram. She's really cool. She posts like really cool reels. They're just quick, but they're very informative, and I appreciate that. So I ordered seeds from her, and then Botanical Interest. So we're gonna see how they do. I ordered just a wide variety, and then some I'll use in the fall and some I'll use in the spring. Thank you for subscribing to our channel. That really helps out a lot with supporting our little adventure here. We hope you like the videos. I know some of them can be kind of unconventional, but you know, that's life, right? These are just daily vlogs and all about the garden and chickens and our worm farming. So I really appreciate you subscribing, and I hope you enjoy our videos. Another reason why I say that our soil, well, the soil that I mixed together is not great. I pulled the soil from the chicken run, and what's happening is this is a pot that I have filled with the soil, and you can see I've got little sprigs of not strawberries. So that tells me the seed from the chicken feed is starting to sprout in everywhere I've planted it, essentially. So yeah, I've just been pulling them up, but that's probably not good, because it's now taking the nutrients from the plant that I wanted for. So I don't recommend pulling soil from your chicken run unless you're putting that soil into a compost and letting it compost for a while, then letting it turn into like good dirt and adding that back in. Because this soil is so not what I want it to be, like I said, when you water it from the top, you could just wipe that top layer off, and underneath would all be just dry and crispy. So I put it in my little greenhouse lid and just added the water from the bottom, and I'm letting it soak up through that way. So these are all my sunflower starts. They're looking a little rough. I don't think me and sunflowers get along, because this would be like the third time I've tried them, and then none of them have taken off. These are the Mammoth and the Moonshine. Yeah, Mammoth and Moonshine. They're not great. This is what I'm talking about. This is my big bucket full of soil that I wanted, you know, just on hand, so that way whenever I want to plant something or I want to start a seed or whatever, I've got a whole bucket prepped and ready for soil. But it's just not, I don't have it down yet. So we're working on it, but you can see like how just dry, and I mean, it doesn't hold together at all, and that's not what you want. You want it to be able to, when you squeeze it like that, there's some moisture in it to where it should just clump together, but this just falls right off like sand, and that's not good. So I need to figure out what I need to add to this to get it to be more nutritious, because right now it's not. It's kind of a bummer, but you live and learn, trial and error. That's okay. It's just another thing that I want to dig deeper into to try to figure out how to have good soil on hand without having to go to like Lowe's or Ace Hardware or wherever and get a big bag of garden soil or potting soil or whatever. I just want it right here in my garden, ready to go. I do hit this with the water hose like every night, just a little bit, just to moisten it up a little bit. But as you can see, it's not doing anything for it. So that's coming. One thing that we did add in the garden that I do appreciate and really actually like is this sunshade sail thing. I don't know, it's kind of small. It's only a 10 by 10. I got it off of Amazon. And it just provides just ever so, you know, that little bit of shade for the plants that don't like a whole lot of sun. I really like it. I started these Cosmos. There's 4 here. These guys right here. From seed. These are the only ones that actually took. I started a bunch of seeds and only 4 turned into a plant. So that's a little bit disheartening, but they're looking good. I put them in my little raised bed here. I've got my sunflower starts underneath. And then back here, I've also started, these are the dwarf teddy bear sunflowers. Not all of them germinated. I mean, literally I packed like row after row after row of these guys, and you can see it's very splotchy. But they're coming up, and I guess that's a win, so I'll take it. Finally got our Chewy packages in. Actually, they're really good on shipping, I will say that. They're pretty fast. So 3 things that I get from Chewy are my chicken feed. I get 2 different kinds. I get this all natural 5-grain premium scratch. I feel like it's a fairly, you know, cost-effective way to do it. I'm sure the delivery drivers, like myself, don't appreciate the 50-pound box that they have to deliver to the door, but, you know, when in the country. This was a new one I started. This is the feathering feed. I'm hoping, because a couple of my girls have like lost their feathers on their butts. I don't know. That's new to me. I don't know if they're getting picked on by the other girls, but we're gonna try this and see if they like it. And then in this is their favorite thing by far. And I just ran out. Always, always, always gotta keep the mealworms on hand for these ladies because they go nuts. This is their favorite treat, hands down, out of anything I've ever given them, including fresh watermelon and tomatoes and all the good stuff. They prefer the mealworms. Just sitting down here in the garden enjoying the peace and quiet. It's not terribly hot yet. Waiting on my husband to wake up. I thought maybe he would come have a cup of coffee with me in the garden. Maybe do an interview. Put him on camera and put him on the spot. I don't know what we would talk about, but you know, you never know. Right now, it's kind of a frustrating time, actually. My car has decided to not work properly, and we can't figure out what's going on. For those of you that have a 2011 Ford Edge, I feel your pain. I feel your pain. It's been a great car so far, you know, up until kind of. I think a few years ago we replaced the motor on it. But now it's like overheating, and let me tell you, it's real frustrating when it overheats because you got to pull over and you got to let it cool off, and basically you're stranded on the side of the road for a while. And let me tell you, that ain't fun. It's not fun. So my dad and my brother and my husband were all trying to look at it yesterday, and they're all just baffled by the situation. And they're decent mechanics, like all 3 of them, decent mechanics. So speaking of my brother, you know, ladies, if you're in the market, single guy, knows what he's doing on cars. Christian, good fella. You're welcome, Darren. Anyway, so we're trying to figure out the car situation, and it's been a cluster. So that's not fun. But, yeah. I was hoping he'd come down here and chat with you guys. I love Brad chats. They're always awkward and weird, and you're like, you don't know what to expect, and that's the beauty of it. I love it. Maybe he'll come down here in a minute. I think it's time to fill the bird feeders because I don't know if you can see. Okay, I have one right here. It is low. I have one across the way and it's real low, and a bird just laying on it like, what the heck? Where's my feed? So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I swear I have to fill these bird feeders up at least like 3 times a week. It's kind of a pain. I just have this little solo cup in here all smushed. Hi, Chachi. Chachi girl. And I just fill it on up. This is just wild bird seed that I got from Tractor Supply. And they sure do go through a lot of it, though. What I could do is start ordering my bird seed off of Chewy, and then it just comes in, you know, with my chicken feed. Just add some pounds to that box. I'm sure the delivery driver hates me. If they only knew. Maybe I should put a sign out there that says, hey, I feel your pain. I work for FedEx Express. I'm a delivery driver as well. Sorry about the 50-pound box. Here, you want some? I just got these bird feeders off of Amazon. They were a 2-pack. They are plastic with like a little fake copper metal lid. Birds are going nuts, I'm telling you. This is where it's at. Put a bird feeder in your garden. See what happens. One thing I have had a pretty, you know, decent yield or good luck with is the zinnias. I think I'm gonna continue to do that like from now on, because I really like coming down here, snipping them off and then putting them in a vase of water in the house. It's really cool to me because, okay, story time. For those of you that know my husband, no, he does not like to buy flowers for me, like on Valentine's Day, my birthday, like never, because they die. And he's like, I'm not spending money on things that are only gonna last a week. And I'm like, but I love them. So now I don't even have to like question or worry or ask. I just go down to the garden and snip my own flowers and put them in a vase for myself. So I think I'm gonna get more into that on what else I want to see in my floral bouquet in my house, because I can grow it and then have my own fresh cut flowers. What else was I going to say? I don't remember. I remembered. I'm telling you, mom brain. It's not doing me good. Okay, so funny story. When I was doing the whole retail like plant scene, Lowe's, Ace Hardware, Home Depot, all of that, I remember like the zinnias being in there, and they were a different variety, I think, because these ones are way different. But I remember like hating these zinnias. I'm like, these are the dumbest flower, because when they would like grow a little bit, their underleaves would start to turn brown. And I guess mine are doing that too, but mine are getting a lot taller. So I'm pretty sure it's a different variety. But I remember hating the zinnias, like with a passion. The chickens are going nutty back there. The teenage girls, man, they are kicking butt. They are really doing well. When we introduced them for the first time, I mean, we kept them separate there for like, I don't know, 4 days. That was basically it. But they did really, really well. I've introduced a lot of chickens. Okay, I have 14 chickens. I've only had one die unexpectedly. That's Barbie. That's my tattoo right here. That's Barbie. But it's always been rough. Like the new pecking order has always been rough. It's rough to watch. It's rough to be around. I don't care for it. But you know, having chickens, I guess it's just a part of it. So it sucks. But this go around with these new chickens, my little 3 girls, my teenage girls, they took it like a champ. I haven't seen them get in like a little fighting match with these other girls. These other girls are pretty much leaving them alone, you know, for the most part. I mean, every now and then they'll peck them, but nothing like we've seen before. I don't know what it is about these girls. And then my gray girl, my crested cream leg bar, she's the tiniest one of the whole bunch. And after like the first like week, she just barged her little butt up there in the roost and right smack dab in the middle of 2 big girls. Like she's like, this is where I sleep. This is my home. You got a problem with that? I'm like, this girl's crazy. She's the tiniest one and she's up there in the coop right in the middle of these big girls like it's no big deal. And the other two teenage girls, my Buff Orpington and my Rhode Island Red, they sleep outside. They sleep outside on the natural perch with Pablo, one of my other big girls, but she doesn't seem to mind. And then they kicked Janet, that cream crested leg bar, kicked Janet, my black copper Moran, kicked her off. And now she's on the roost that I made in the coop, which no one else sleeps on but her. But that cream crested leg bar, dang. She's a tough cookie. Oh, I really, really tried. I turned around, I heard something. I should have got it on film. But Janet, she jumped up on the new perch that I made for the outdoor nest box, and she kind of like stuck her little butt in there like she was gonna lay an egg. I'm so proud. For the record, no one has laid an egg in my outdoor nest box yet, but they've been in it. And the whole bottom is now not bedding. It's like the mulch that was in the run. So I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what happens there. But they're exploring it, and I feel like it's something else for them to jack with during the day, because during the day we don't let them out when we're at work. I only let my chickens out if someone is home, because you just never know. And that's why part of the reason why I put up the chicken tunnels, so that way they have that outdoor space without being outdoors. It's just safer. I hear somebody. It's Brad. Maybe he'll come down here and have a cup of coffee with me. Go grab another cup of coffee, see if I can get Brad to come over here and say hello. Well, I got him, but he said he would only do a video if I put the camera in the shop, because he's got to work on my car.
Yeah.
So, still no news on what to do. You're thinking it's the fans?
Yes.
Even though we've replaced the fans once before.
You're gonna spill your coffee.
I'm not gonna spill it. It's too hot. Told you, it's too hot.
Why are you sweating?
He's got his coffee. Told you he would come down here with coffee.
Sure. Needed coffee. Shower and coffee.
Yeah, that's probably why we had a headache the other day. We didn't have coffee that day, and we had a beer the night before.
A beer.
A beer, yeah. And headache all day. So, this is what's on the agenda today?
For now. Till Sleeping Beauty's in there like that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What?
I don't know if this will reach or not. I'm gonna check it out. Hold on. Hold on.
And then he leaves me. Old Black Beauty over there.
Okay, go.
Hunk of junk, he says.
Think that's gonna work?
It's gonna have to. I'm telling you, you're just gonna have to get used to it. Still not used to the camera yet. He says all these good things off camera, and then I go to turn the camera on and he shuts down. You just need to pretend like it's not there, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing.
What do you mean?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Just click the button.
Yep.
Still trying to figure out the car. The longer I'm down here, though, start cleaning up this whole bench. It's a mess. Stuff everywhere.
Sorry, you need an extended license to run this function.
Riveting content.
I know. Boring. The painted work is boring. Piece of crap.
What?
This fan is lower than this fan.
Doesn't sound great.
Does it sound great?
Looks like it's gonna blow up.
It ain't gonna blow up.
One of my biggest fears is the car blowing up. Well, this is what our weekend's consisting of.
Yes. Working on the car, dealing with little kids.
Happy 4th of July. We appreciate you tuning in and watching. Hopefully,
Shirt time backwards.
Lainey, say hi.
Hey, did he say
Lainey, back up. Back up.
Hi.
Hopefully, we can get Brad to do more videos.
hi? Maybe, one day.
Maybe at the end of this journey, he'll be comfortable enough to chit chat with you without me. What do you think?
Sure.
Anyway, we appreciate
Somebody's
you.
interested in what I got to say?
Yes, we are. We're absolutely interested in what you have to say. You have a lot of knowledge.
A lot of frustration.
Yeah, so speaking of frustration, it would be easy, right, to just scrap the car, get rid of it, trade it in, get a new vehicle because it's breaking down, right? But if it's a simple fix, then we probably should be smart about it and actually fix the problem. If it's not a simple fix and it's gonna cost us a fortune, then we reevaluate what we're gonna do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
So if you're in the situation of being frustrated
It's
with
a
a
personal
vehicle,
challenge now.
don't just scrap it, try to fix it. Say good morning,
Yeah.
Hayes.
Morning, sunshine.
Anyway, we appreciate you watching. Happy 4th.
Happy 4th of July.
We hope you have a great weekend.